And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
This is 2nd and 8.
Oh,
they'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
South.
Here's Stroud.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Ready.
A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Wilkerson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Wilkerson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Wilkerson. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Now Stroud.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
That's complete to Dell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Kyron Williams.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. Again, it's Achane.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Wilkerson.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, back to Achane.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important position.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, right.
In motion right, that's Dell.
On 1st down, Wilkerson.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Here we go, let's go.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Here we go. Hey.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkerson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. To the...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and 10.
21G, 21G.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Tua.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
Inside the 10.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, uno. Ow, beside.
Stroud out of the gun here. That's complete to Laporta.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Sam Laporta.
50 yards.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second down and 4.
Watch it, Oscar. It's safe. Go ahead.
Tua sets up to pass it.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Here we go. Why Tony?
And Stroud now to throw.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
South.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT. And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession? And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Oh, ready. Look the hot, look the hot.
Stroud. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Wilkerson. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one. Stroud to throw it. This to Laporta, right side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Stroud looking to throw. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage,
But a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey.
Back to throw. Stroud. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
All right.
On play action, here's Tua. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost that they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey.
Now a handoff up the middle. Wilkerson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
All right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkerson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Stroud working out of the gun.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
All right.
Up the middle they go. Wilkerson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Wilkerson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
C.J. Stroud with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Texans are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This ball caught by McIntosh.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Tua to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not.
And now here's another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkerson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a give right side. Wilkerson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Right back to Achane on second down.
Gets around him.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 29-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Achane here. They stay on the ground.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Texans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.